Good morning, guys. I'd like to welcome you to Whisker Pig Fishing. We out trolling for bait today, man. We just trolling for a mixed bag. You'd like to catch some fish and you don't know exactly what to do. This is a really good way to do it. We're trolling little small crankbaits. There's no telling what we may catch. Somewhere between a catfish and a bluegill, and had a white perch on a while ago, lost him right at the boat. But this is an easy way to catch some fish and it's a whole lot of fun. So come along, let's see what we get today. There we go. Oh, missed him. Can't tell if we got him on there or not. I think we do. I'm gonna knock us out of gear right here. Let's see what we got. See what we got. Well, we had a white perch earlier. That's what we actually targeted, but we'll eat some of these spots, just whatever it takes. I don't put these spots back in the lake. And I think this is actually a white bass. Check this guy out. If it's a perch, it's a hog, man. Knock us back in gear. You gotta make sure you don't get slack in your lines. If you ever get slack laying on the water, you will be tangled up in the boat for sure. That, and I usually always take the hooks out with pliers. These suckers will move around, hook you in a minute. And this is a white bass. He's a little bigger than what we want to fish with anyway, so we're just gonna shoot him back in there. Thank you, sir, appreciate it. Guys, I'm just fishing, this is an ugly stick catfish rod. It doesn't really matter. Something lighter is better. And we're fishing a Sudis bait on this one. We're fishing some little small baits on different things here. And all I'm gonna do is reset my counter right here and kick it in gear. And I think this one was set at about 40 feet. So we're just gonna let it pull till we get down to about 40 feet. Knock it in gear. Put it in the rod holder, just ride around. That's about all there is to it. Oh, we got hit right there. I don't think he hooked up though. A lot of times when that happens, I'll knock the boat out of gear, let it slow down just a little bit, and no bite. So we'll continue on. Yeah, we're just riding around. We hunt for bait more than we are fish. Y'all that know me, been following me for a while, you know I fish for bait more than I do for the fish. Because they professional minnow eaters. They eat them for a living. And if you can find them, you're at least in a good area. So I hunt for the bait. I mean, you fish them like you want to, but I always hunt for bait. There we go, guys. Finally, we get a bite. Only been riding like 16 miles. Let's see, can we get this jack leg in here? See, can we get him in here? And it is a big old white bass, another one. Not the target species, but we will take it. Yep, that's a nice one there, man. When I was a kid, these fish right here were twice this size, and there was a bunch of them in this lake right here. But as I got older, they went away. 10, 15 years ago, they wasn't a fishable population of them in the lake here. All right, guys, there he is. Another white bass, yellow bass, sand bass, whatever you call them. Maybe we'll get something going here. All right, guys, I think we hooked up right here. Ain't sure yet. I think we hooked up. Yep, I believe this might be a perch here. Could be the target species. Yes, sir, that is him right there. We will take him. We're gonna drop him in the box back here. There we go, fellas. He put the whack on us. Let's see what we got here. See what we got. It will be a perch, a target species. Yeah, you gotta be careful with these guys, man. Sucker will hook you in a heartbeat. Yeah, I think we got one on right here. Yep. This feels like a little better fish here. We may have to knock the boat out of gear on this guy. Yeah, you knock that boat out of gear, you got to watch these lines. As soon as they go slack, you got to put the boat back in gear. If you don't, you'll run over them. We got another fish right there. This is a catfish, man. Can't go nowhere without catching a freaking catfish. Can't go nowhere without at least getting one. Nah, get my clippers, my pliers. All right, there is the channel cat. I'm gonna check this rod right here. He came off. I can feel the lure swimming. I'll fish braided line on these rods 90% of the time. I can feel the lure swimming, and I know there's not a fish on that one. Get this one, gotta put it back in the right spot. This rod's going in this middle holder. Therefore, it's gotta go out in between those two rods. It's not a lot you gotta pay attention to, but this is one of them. All right, I'm gonna send that one out to 30. Yeah, like I say, you may catch all different kinds of fish on this stuff. There's a school of fish on that point right there. When you run across fish like that, try to remember where they at. And if you can't find them anywhere else, you got a spot you can come back to. But we have multiple bites on that one point right there. We know there's fish right there. I'll make a note right here. Here we go, guys. Got us one. Let's see what we got. What do we got? Might have to knock us back in gear here. This guy's putting up a fight, man. Yeah, we got the wind behind us right here. It's another catfish. Another kitty cat. Another kitty. Yeah, we got just enough wind right here to keep a boat going the right way. All right. There we go. We thank you. Appreciate it, sir. All right, let me get us moving again before we start having issues here. Yeah, if you ever have to stop, before you pull off again, you need to look and make sure your line's out from in the motor, because that slack will get down and you'll wind your stuff up in the prop back there. You have to be careful about that. All right, I'm just gonna throw this thing back out here. These right here, I'm not giving them a count. Yeah, these rods I cast on the outside, I'm just casting them out there. And if you don't have to have a line counter reel. It just lets you duplicate what's going on. But these fish right here are kind of shallow. We catching most of them around 11 feet. And we pull in some places up to 5 or 6 feet and some places to 25 feet. So we've been getting little bites all along here. We just got hit right here on this rod. I'm gonna pull that line a couple times and let it go back. It makes that lure move a little bit, and sometimes that'll be what it takes to trigger a strike. Huh? Got whacked right there. I was about to go change the battery back there. Let's get this fish. See what we got here. Looks like a little perch, I believe. Ah, that dude come on. Yep, if you pull on them too hard, they're gonna get away every time. We're gonna set this one back down to about 30, put it back in the holder. Oh. Got whacked again right there. Yeah, you're gonna lose a lot of these fish because you're fishing small hooks. The boat's moving so fast that you're gonna lose a lot of them. We're going around 2 miles an hour here. All you can do is just keep on messing with it, because you're gonna hook a whole lot more. Half of them you get in, half of them you don't. But the halves you get in sometimes is more than you wanna mess with, I promise you. What do we got? Got a spotted bass and a line. Oh. He come off and wrapped us up in a line right here. See, we got this rod right here caught. You get messed up like this, there's only one way to take care of this. Oh, that's that line. I'm gonna get this back right here. All right. we're gonna have to stop us off right here. Yep, you have to stop your boat, cause as you see, you get all this junk tangled up. So we're gonna attempt to get these rods in. This guy right here, we trolling a mussel on that dude. And when you find yourself tangled up like this, the best way I done found to get out of this is cut these lines. And this will allow it to untangle here. All right, let's see what we got. And we are free. We'll push back off of this thing right here. Run it again. All right, now we're just gonna run the stuff back out through here and get going again. That slack line, you gotta pay really close attention to it. It'll end up tangled up in your foot on your motor and cut the seal out of it. You'll get water in your lower unit. If you don't catch that, you'll be getting the lower unit. Like that, baby. Like that. What we got? They pulling drag. They drag and drag. The catfish. Yep. Another kitty cat. Sucker slammed that plug, man. He got that thing crossways in his mouth. They kind of just get him up here and lift him on over in here. Come on up in here, big man. Huh? Get smacked over here now. There we go. We thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Let's see if he got this thing. I don't think so. Yeah, the main reason I fish that braid is because if you get hit, you don't have to reel the line back in. You can feel, if you can feel that plug swimming when it's vibrating back and forth like that, then you know you don't have a fish. And it just keeps you from having to reel the thing back in. So we're gonna fire this guy back out here. And that's just a long cast. Put it in the holder. Huh? We may have a fish on here. Let's see. Oh yeah. Nancy do got one on here. Alright. Pop us back in gear. And this is a white bass. White bass. You gotta be careful with these jokers, man. But all of them, they got them little treble hooks. And that sucker mess you up. When he falls on the floor, he'll hook you in the leg. You got to really be careful, man, when you're messing with these fish with these treble hooks stuck in them. If you don't, you'll be regretting it immediately. Go, guys, white bass. Ain't what we hunting for. Thank you, sir. You see how that thing's hung in that rope? It'll do your leg the same way. And I don't know if you ever been hooked with a hook that's hooked to a fish, but it ain't no fun. Back here. This guy's about got to stop, man. About to have to knock us back in gear. You got to keep close watch on that line. I keep saying that because it's extremely important. what we got? Got a perch with a line. Nope, spotted bass. I'm glad that sucker come off, man. I'm gonna try to unhook this and just take the lure off. Cause it got both of the lines over here. Both of them. And if you can't get these things undone, I mean, it takes less time to cut this off than it does to untangle it. I can cut it off, tie a knot about quick as I can get it undone. And if you got a short attention span, or if you get upset fast, a lot of times it's just better just to go and pull it off of there. Yeah, to get around these jokers, it don't take long to figure out what's going on. It's like a big old white perch. I've been looking for these things out in the main lake all day. And they may be up in the back of these pockets. We're coming up on a flat right here. They could be here. We got one rod put back. Got a fish on already. Got the bottom that time. Got the bottom. I had to knock this thing out of gear. We're gonna have to reel these rods up, get them back in here. Another big old white perch, man. These are some slabs, boy. All right, so we're gonna get this guy unhooked. See where that guy's hooked in the back like that? When I catch them like that, I usually throw them right back in the lake. I don't want to put that in that tank and risk getting that fungus inside that tank. All right, we're gonna reel them in real quick. When you do this, you got to be quick about it. We're gonna try to go back and get this bait. Y'all see, you're gonna catch all kind of crap when you get up in the shallow water too. Yeah, GoPros are starting to overheat. If you're looking to buy a camera to get into this with, I wouldn't buy a GoPro. I got a DJI. I've had it get hot one time and the air temperature was about 97 degrees, 98. GoPros, they just stay overheated for me. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or what, but they stay overheated. It ain't every now and then, it's all the time. So we're gonna drop our stuff back out here. Look at that. That sucker's pulled us already, man. Yep, these fish are back up in here. Yep. They back in here, man. Spotted bass. With the spotted bass got off. We're gonna let this one out about 30. We fishing in much shallow water. I was running these at 45, 50. We're gonna shoot this guy back to 30. Lock it in gear. Stick it back up in the hole. See fish and bait just breaking all in the back of the pocket right there. There we go. We got him up there. Got him up there. Come on, dude. Come on over here. Trying to see what that is. Man, look at the size of that white bass. That's a good one there, man. Alright, we're gonna throw him back down here. Got to knock a boat back in gear. Yeah, for our lakes, that is a big white bass right there. Nice one. Thank you, sir. Yeah, guys, another thing I'll do is I'll run these drags on these reels really light, because you got these small number 6 treble hooks in here, and if you run them really heavy, it'll pull out, and you're gonna get hung up some. So it's a whole lot easier to deal with it if you don't have your line, your drag down so tight. You'll break this line. We just pulling 15-pound braid. I got straight braid all the way down to a little snap and the plug on it. When we're moving this fast, it doesn't seem like the fluorocarbon lead or anything like that makes any difference. I just tied directly to it. All right, guys, that's gonna do us today, man. Thank you for joining me here on Whisker Pig Fishing. We caught some nice white bass today. Caught enough perch to go fish with for catfish, and all around it was a good day. I mean, this is an awesome technique to try if you hadn't fished a lot. It's easy. Just put the boat in gear and drive. We put the boat in gear about 2.5 miles from where we at right now. We ain't done nothing but row. We ain't put it on plane all day. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook at Whisker Pig Fishing. And as always, guys, have a great day. God bless.